do not raise your hand at me. I made it very clear that when I started talking, I did not want your opinion on what I was about to say, and I do not want your opinion right now on what I'm about to say.
Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and we have a new judge for this channel. And I have two hearings, same defendant, but they're about a week apart, so I'll let you guys watch.
It's docket number 23 SR 0466.
Okay, just grab the mic and pull it over. McCord, where are you?
Yeah.
Come on up, please. All right, and Ms. McCord, if you'll come on up to the podium. I've already sworn in Assistant Director Rich. If you'll please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, take your hand down. State your full name for me.
Kaylin McCord.
All right. And Ms. McCord, you're here on 23 SR 466 because your sentence enforcement supervisor has filed paperwork alleging that you are out of compliance with your probation conditions. Do you understand what you're doing here today?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's for me to sort out. Do you understand that you have the right to have a hearing? That you have the right to have an attorney represent you?
Yes.
And you're here representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, you can grab the seat right there. Miss Margaret, if you'll pull the microphone over for her. All right, so what's going to happen is Assistant Director Rich is going to read out what the allegations are, and then I'm going to ask you if you admit or deny. We are here on, I believe, multiple cases. Is that correct? We have this one and 23 SR 1398 and 24 SR 1606.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So go ahead and read the allegations, please.
The defendant has alleged to violate the terms and conditions in the probation as the following. The defendant failed to complete the community service as directed, having turned in community service hours that could not be verified.
Okay. So in non-legal terms, Ms. McCord, the way that is read in just plain language is false hours. So my question is, did you turn in false hours to the court for your community service work?
No, sir.
Okay, great. There's a denial. We're going to do a contested hearing. What we'll do is I'm going to have Ms. Shepard, are you running on this?
I can.
Yeah, that'd be great. So so the state will call witnesses. You can ask questions, and I'll stop at each moment and explain to you what your options are at each moment. And then at the end of this, I will decide what is it. So we have 3 cases. So this one, are the others 365 each?
Yes.
So whatever that math is. Lost my calculator. Anyway, so you have basically 3.5 years left, plus a little bit more. So if I find that you have turned in false hours, I can revoke that many days. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me before we get started?
No, I just want to say, like I said, I didn't turn in any false hours. It was a misunderstanding.
Sure. Well, if that's the case, we'll address that then. And you're right that is the question I'm here to answer. And so I will answer that question at the end, and I may agree with you. We don't know. So, all right, perfect. Ms. Shepard, the floor is yours.
All right. So we'll call Kylie Rich. You already been sworn in, Ms. Rich?
Yes.
Okay. Can you state your name?
Kylie Rich.
And how are you employed?
I'm the Chief Deputy Probation Officer at the Sentence Enforcement Office.
Is Ms. Kaylin McCord a probationer?
Yes.
And she's on probation for case number 23 SR 0466?
Yes.
And she has 2 other cases also?
Correct.
What are those case numbers?
Yes. It's 23 SR 1398 and then 24 SR 1606.
All right. And Ms. Rich, as part of the allegation is that she did not turn in community service hours, but is there a program that they're allowed to convert their community service hours into donations?
Yes, we have the Promise Place donation opportunity.
Okay. And did Ms. McCord attempt to take advantage of that opportunity?
Yes.
All right. And but in doing so, did she turn in a gift card?
Yes, she turned in a gift card.
Okay. When did she turn in the gift card?
It was turned into our office, I would assume, around September 17th.
Now, part of that program is that y'all procedure to review the gift cards before they're taken to Promise Place?
Yes, I do that monthly myself.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes,
Okay, where was the gift card? What type of gift card is it?
it's a MasterCard gift card,
And what's the amount that was purported to be on the gift card?
$170.
And how do you review a gift card to see if it's valid? What did you do?
So I compared the activation receipt to the physical number that's on the card. At the time to review this specific gift card, I realized the back barcode had been taken off, and so that immediately caught my attention because it hadn't been scanned to have money placed on the card.
Okay. So do you actually have a physical gift card?
I do.
Do you have it with you?
Yes.
So we'll call that State's Exhibit 1.
All right. Ms. McCord, do you have any objection to me looking at this gift card as I'm making this decision?
I do want to say that I have been back and forth in Savannah with my dad, helping him.
Okay, time out. You're going to get a chance to say that. So breathe deeply. You're going to get a chance to tell me those things.
Okay,
This is not
yes.
that moment.
So,
Okay, listen to what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to guide you through this. This moment is a very narrow question. The state is trying to show me this gift card. I'm required to ask you, are you okay with me seeing this gift card in making my decision? And it's just a yes or a no.
I'm okay with you seeing it, yes.
Okay.
But
All right. So again, you're going to get to say all those things in just a minute. We're just going to do these in very specific orders. So just breathe deeply. All right. So the State's 1 is tendered and admitted without objection.
Ms. Rich, what we've marked as State's 1 now, this is the gift card that Ms. McCord turned in that day?
Yes.
Okay. And now the back of that gift card has been torn open. Is that the condition it was in when you received it?
No.
All right. And you actually physically opened that gift card?
Yes.
All right. And why did you do that?
So I wanted to check it just to make sure that the card didn't have any money on it, and just to verify the information, and like I could actually verify that the card serial number that was on the activation receipt didn't match the serial number that was on the card physically.
Okay. And there is a receipt that's stapled to that gift card. Is that the activation receipt?
Yes.
All right. And the number on that receipt does not match the number on the gift card.
Correct. It does not match.
Okay. So typically when you purchase a gift card, what would be the process of them activating a gift card?
Typically you'll get a receipt and then also a separate activation receipt. So both were turned in, both had the same information on it that did not match the physical card that was turned in.
Okay. So that gift card had zero money on it.
Correct.
Did you talk to Ms. McCord before today? Have you talked to Ms. McCord about this issue?
I have not personally, no.
Okay. You were anybody from your probation office has spoken to Ms. McCord?
Yes.
Was she provided an opportunity to bring in the gift card that actually matched that receipt?
Yes.
Has she provided that gift card?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's all the questions I have for Ms. Rich.
All right. So, Mr. McCord, the way this works now is you have the right to ask this witness questions. So remember, the statement is coming. I'm going to let you make your statement in just a little bit. But at this moment, if you want to ask questions to bring out information that you think would be helpful for me to decide the case, you may ask those questions. But again, this is not a time to make a statement. It's not a statement.
okay, it's not a statement, but I do want to add something.
All right. So you can ask a question.
It's just pertaining to what he just asked her, because she did tell me that I could bring that gift card, but I'm telling them there's physically nothing I can do. I can go buy another one or do community service hours or go physically buy something else from the post office, but I can't go get a gift card that I'm thinking I already turned in. So as far as the same as that one that matched the receipt, I'm not able to do that. I was offering to go to the post office or wherever and buy a new one.
Okay. I'm going to have you interpret that as a question to the best of your abilities and answer it to the best of your abilities.
It would just have been, we would decline that and request the physical gift card that was turned in, the one that matched. That was the only thing that we were able to accept.
And I don't see how that was possible.
All right, you may ask another question.
And how would that be possible if, once again, like I said, if I turn in what my cousin bought that from the post office for me and gave it to me to turn in. So I was out of town when that was bought. I got to town, he gave me that. So when I went to the post office and dropped it off, when I went to the probation office and dropped it off, that was that. He handled everything else for me because I wasn't in town. So with that being said, what else am I to do? If I'm thinking I'm turning in a card to you that I was gave from him after sending my money on cash out to him. The only thing past that point I physically can do as a human is go buy another one. And I'm offering to do that, and that's not enough.
Okay, so again, you're going to interpret that as a question and you're going to answer it to the best of your abilities.
We just needed the receipt that was turned in. We were requesting that gift card. That's what we were requesting of you.
Do you have any other questions that you want to ask?
I mean, no, I'll just wait and make my statement because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's only so much I could have did.
All right, so Mr. Shepard, any additional questions for this witness?
No, sir.
All right, you may step down. Mr. Shepard, you may call the next witness.
That's all. Do you have any more? That's all the witnesses we have.
Okay. So, Ms. McCord, this is the state has given me all that they're going to give me on this case, which means that now, remember I said that you would be allowed to make a statement if you wanted to. I need to be very careful and say that you're not obligated to make a statement. You have the right to remain silent, and if you choose to remain silent, I will not hold that silence against you. Do you understand that if you wanted to remain silent, you could?
Yes, I just wanted to say my side.
Okay, so grab that mic if you're going to make a statement. So I'm going to find that I've advised you of your rights. You've chosen to make a statement. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and tell me what you want to do.
Am I in any trouble?
I mean, we are having a revocation hearing. I mean, you're not in any trouble at this moment, but this is a revocation hearing for me to decide whether or not to revoke your probation. And as I told you, there's 2.5. I said 3.5 earlier, but I think it was 2.5 years.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. Can I just speak, please?
Yes. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so like I said, I just got on my probation this year. So, and like I said, I was behind. I just started working. I barely have help with my kids. So I've been working. You can ask my probation. She's not in here, but my probation officer, Oliver. I've been making payments. I just took her over a $300 payment. With that being said, I was a little bit behind on community service. So she told me that I could come to court on the 29th. And I agreed. I told her, okay, that's no problem. I'll come to court to see what we can do. She said, you're not in any trouble. It's only your first violation. So I told her, okay, that's no problem. So before my court date, I was calling her, asking her, hey, what can I do to cancel this court date? She was telling me, you can bring in the community service hours, which is 17 hours. So, and the payment. So I sent my cousin. I wasn't here at the time. I've been in between helping my daddy. He's been doing dialysis, so I'm the only person who can help him. So with that being said, with me in between the two, helping my dad, watching my autistic kids, because I'm all they got. And on top of that, like I said, she told me I could bring in all that and kill the court date. So I brought her all that. I got my cousin to pick up everything. When I did get to town, I met him, got it, and went to the probation office. I dropped everything off. I called her. I got my phone logs. I called her over 10 times just to make sure that I was in the clear, just to make sure I'm on track. She told me, okay, everything in the clear. So the next day, I'm not thinking nothing. It was supposed to be the court date. It was canceled. I called it and made sure again. After the fact, I received a letter in the mail, not even a day or two later. It said, come back to court today, which I'm here, I'm trying. It said, due to unable to verify. When I seen that, I called her back and seen what was really going on. She said it was something with the gift card. Like I said, I sent my money over the phone to somebody else to go get this gift card and money order for me. I know it's not always the smartest thing to do, but I had to do what I had to do. So with that being said, I sent my money. I'm like, okay, please just get this for me while the post office is open. I'm not sure when they close in Griffin, but I'm on the way. I'm trying everything I can. So I get that done. get that done. I take it there, and like I said, then that's when I received the letter in the mail. But by the time I received the letter in the mail, I called back again and even asking to speak with Miss Matthews, the manager. And the reason I did that because it's a big misunderstanding. And I went to tell Miss Oliver like, hey, I don't know what happened. I sent somebody my money to purchase this stuff for me. I got my receipts. I keep track of all that stuff. I said, can I please, I'll bring a replacement. Somebody who was doing wrong wouldn't even be trying to do that much. I told her I can bring a replacement. I can do community service for all my next time, the free time that I got. I'm just trying to stay on track. So with that being said, that's when I was told it has to be that same gift card. And I'm telling them, like, I turned in what I was given from my cousin, but that's the most I physically can do. I offered to go buy another one from the post office, from the dollar store, wherever I need to. If that's what I had to do or could have did before coming in today, I would have. But they're telling me no. I don't want to waste my money, but I do want to get back on track.
Okay. All right. Let me repeat back to you what I've just heard to make certain that you know that I heard you, which is that you got behind on your fines and fees and your community service work. That is correct. That matches my docket. And that you were scheduled originally for a hearing on September 18th. And just like normal, you do what? No, that's right.
I'm sorry, I was scheduled for the 29th.
Okay. Got moved to the 29th. That's fine.
Okay.
So you're scheduled for a hearing in September. We do let folks who are with those minor issues try to resolve them to get off the calendar. You turn that in, they removed you from the calendar. And then you're saying that the one you turned in that they've been talking about, and where is it?
Yes, I turned it in with a money order.
This one here that I'm holding up? This is State's Exhibit 1. And you're saying that this was from your cousin, and when you turned it in, you didn't know that it was no good.
No, sir, I didn't. Because, like I said, I had them pick that up for me before I got to town. Like I said, I didn't want to let them close before I even got there because, I mean, that was the most I had to turn in. I knew she said donations and include a gift card. So I told him to stop by and grab that with the money order.
Okay. Did I repeat back to you accurately what you've just testified to?
Yes.
Did I miss anything that you wanted me to pay attention to that I didn't repeat back to you?
I mean, nothing other than the fact that, like I said, before coming in today, I did offer multiple times to replace these community service hours with another gift card or whatever I needed to do. And with that being said, I'm still am and was willing to fix this issue before coming in today. It's just a big misunderstanding.
Did you bring a replacement card with you?
I got cash on me, and I am willing to pay it today if I have to, whenever. I mean, I'm just trying to, like I said, stay out of trouble because I got a lot going on, helping my dad, being there for my kids, no family, no help. I got a lot going on, so.
Okay. All right, anything else? All right, Mr. Shepard's going to ask you some questions. You need to answer those questions.
Ms. McCord, you chose to convert your community service hours into buying gift cards, right?
Yes.
And you know it's your responsibility to turn in those gift cards.
Yes.
So you admitted that this is on you to make sure that those gift cards are good.
I turned it in, but I can't lie. I didn't make sure it was good because I was moving so fast in between getting it from him and turning it into Spalding County Sentence Enforcement that I didn't stop and look or check myself.
So you said your cousin bought it from the post office?
Yes, sir.
And you know you can buy gift cards at lots of places, right?
I'm not really too familiar with the process of gift cards. My first time getting them is for probation.
You ever walked into like a CVS pharmacy before?
No, sir.
You ever been into a Walgreens pharmacy before?
I've been in there, but I mean,
You ever been in a Walmart before?
I have.
You seen all those kiosks that have piles of gift cards on them before?
I see them, but I'm not familiar with the process.
But you know you can buy them in places other than the post office.
Yes.
So you could have gone and bought it yourself.
I can't go to Walmart, sir.
You can't go to Walmart
I'm sorry, I can't. But
because you got a shoplifting charge from Walmart.
and also, may I throw in that the day of that I was coming to make the payment, that I had him pick it up, I was leaving from close to Savannah with my dad, and that was the day, same exact day of his dialysis appointment.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know, ma'am?
And I just once again also want to add, if I need to get a replacement or can like do something to replace this, I'm still willing to. For the past week, that's what I've been calling, letting them know, like, hey, replacement gift card, replacement donations, whether it be book bags, folders, pampers, just whatever I can do to get back on track. Because like I told Miss Oliver, if she was here, she could tell you that I've been trying. I've been bringing payments. I just started a job. And like I said, it's already hard with having to find a babysitter, helping my father, because he was helping me before he was in this situation, and I'm just, and then helping myself.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Ms. McCord?
That's it.
All right. Any additional questions, Ms. Shepherd?
Yes.
All right. Ms. McCord, do you have any witnesses that you wish to call for testimony, or is it just your testimony today? In other words, do you have anything else you want me to hear? All right. Assistant Director Rich, tell me again what I heard you say y'all offered her some sort of remediation options before this. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
And what did y'all offer again?
We just offered her to bring back that exact gift card that she originally turned in with the $170 balance.
Okay, so this one here that matches this very long serial number on the face of this card?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. I just want to make certain I understood what y'all offered correctly. All right. I asked a question, so that just opens it back up. Do you want to ask Assistant Director Rich any other questions?
Can I just ask, like, is there a way that I can replace that, or whether it be with, like I said, any type of donation? It doesn't even have to be gift card. Whether it be like anything else on the list, school supply, pamper, just like I said, because I'm trying. And if my probation officer was here, she'll be able to tell you herself that I've been bringing in stuff, bringing in payments, been trying my best, asking her questions, trying to see what I can do. And not even like my second, third time reporting, that's when I started my job, and let her know, like, hey, I'm getting on track. Just trust me and give me a little time. I'm going to keep everything up to date. And she been telling me, like, hey, just do what you need to do, and I'll make sure that I can get you, make sure that you're good. And that's what I've been trying to do.
All right. You can interpret that as a question if you wish.
Again, no, the only options we had was for you to turn in the original gift card.
Okay, but
And I'm going to acknowledge that what you're saying about your efforts prior to this event match what I'm looking at up here. So I'm acknowledging that it was clear before this happened that you were putting some effort in.
and
I'm just acknowledging that.
Okay, and I appreciate that, but I'm like, as they're just like any other human in this room. If you are in a situation like this and they're telling you, hey, turn in this exact gift card, I don't know what happened between me cash apping my money and what I received, but it's seeming like it's not matching. But if it's not, then what more is somebody to do except replace it? I can't go, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, like I speak to my cousin maybe twice a month, 3 times a month. It's not very often I even talk to him. So I I was just moving fast, thinking fast, trying to get my business handled. Because like I said, I do have a lot going on. But what is a human to do? I can't make a gift card that says this is that number just because that's what y'all received, just because that's what I received from my cousin. I can replace it. I can buy another one with a new number. I can go add up $50 worth of Pampers and wipes and come take 170, not 50, but 170, whatever the price is, and bring it to y'all. I have cash today. I can go get anything that's needed to kill this. It's not much. It's very minor, and clearly I'm trying.
Okay. Anything else you want me to know?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Mr. Shepherd, any rebuttal?
Judge, this is just especially bad. This is worse than fake community service hours, because what would have if Ms. Rich had not checked this, it just sent it on the promise place, what would have happened is some mother would have been in line at Walmart with $170 worth of groceries and diapers, and got to the register, and there would have been nothing on this card. And that's why this is so bad. This is worse than faking community service hours, because that's what the end result of this would have been. Because Ms. McCord, who chose to do this instead of doing community service hours, she chose this, took on this responsibility, and she turned in a gift card that had no money on it. To get that gift card there, you don't. If you go to the checkout at the store with that gift card, they're going to remove the back and scan it. So, I mean, I can't prove that gift card was stolen, but how else would somebody have got that gift card? They bought one, a legitimate one they put money on, but they had that one. So they kept the one with money on it. Ms. McCord did, because it's her responsibility. Kept the one that actually had money on it and turns in one that had no money on it. So the likely scenario is you go to the register with two of those. Don't put the money on the one, put the other one in your pocket, and then attach that receipt to it, turn it in, so you kept your $170. That's what happened.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shepard. All right, Ms. McCord, last words before I make a decision.
Okay, Judge, may I please speak on what he just had to say?
Yes.
Okay, for one, I want to say that's not true. I'm like, despite of all this going on, I'm a good person at heart. It would not turn in nothing fake or false or none of that. I truly was just trying to handle my business. With that being said, it's my responsibility to get it turned in, but it's not my responsibility to know about gift cards. I don't deal with this on a regular basis, sir. I truly don't. I don't know ripping off the bag. I truly don't know. I know I still got everything with me. I brought everything with me. When my cousin brought me my gift card, he still gave me the receipt and everything. I still got everything right here. So with that being said,
Okay.
it was nothing. No, can I just finish my sentence?
Evidence closed. No, I'm sorry. I was waving Miss Margaret off because the evidence is closed. This is closing argument. So I was going to tell Miss Margaret that I don't need to see any of those items because the evidence is closed.
No, I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah,
all.
no,
I was just giving some general
it's okay.
directions to
No,
Miss Margaret.
I was just mentioning that I had it, and also, I mean, like I said, I didn't keep anything because after they told me this, I had to literally dispute my card that I paid with because clearly something went wrong. I don't know if I got tricked myself because what it seemed it's trying to make it seem like I just stole a gift card and did this and that. I haven't stole anything. I haven't done anything. I tried to handle my business, but the most I can do now is give what I have. I got cash. I can get a gift card. I can pay all this off. Donate. I can even go physically do 17 community service hours. It's no type of me trying to do anything. Because if that was the case, then guess what? I would have something myself. Literally bought everything. I bought that gift card with the money order and gift card with my last five something, almost $600 because I had turned in a $300 payment. So with that being said, I'm clearly trying. And like I said, me anything getting revoked and me having to do anything, that's not gonna help 17 hours. That's not gonna give me a chance to get everything back in order. Like, I'm physically trying, and like I said, I feel like no matter what y'all feel, at the end of the day, that's on me because I gotta reach out to my family member and figure out what happened. I gotta reach out to my probation officer to figure out what happened. I gotta reach out to my bank and figure out what's going on because if he's saying he bought a gift card, but my probation is telling me it's not active, and that charge is not going to still be taken from me. That's not fair to me because at the end of the day, I am working to earn my money. So
Anything else before I make my decision?
yeah, I don't. That's it. Just please hear me out. I'm trying, but I can't try if I'm in a messed up situation.
Okay. In these hearings like this, I'm being very careful to ask you what you want because as soon as I start talking, I don't want you to interrupt me to disagree with what I say or to try to correct me. because what I'm about to say is my opinion on what I've seen. So do you understand that as soon as I start talking, do not interrupt me, because I'm not asking for your opinion on this point. I'm telling you what I've decided. Do you understand that?
I understand. I'm
Okay,
just
because in a lot of these hearings, when I start doing this, somebody interrupts me to try to tell me how I'm wrong, and I'm just saying I don't want to do that in this hearing. I'm trying to do this hearing a little bit differently so that you don't jump in and then I have to chirp at you. Fair enough?
yeah. Can I ask you a question after you talk?
No. That's why I'm giving you all the time you need right now
Okay, well,
to say
can
what you need to say, and then I'm gonna give my decision.
okay, well, can I ask you a question?
You may ask me a question.
So, like, am I in any trouble? Like, I'm just trying to figure out how I don't know how none of this works.
Well, I started out this hearing by telling you that this is a probation revocation hearing across 3 cases, and that your maximum exposure that I could revoke was 2.5
And
years.
I'm not trying to get
So
nothing revoked.
I,
I'm trying.
you asked me what your exposure
sorry.
was, and I answered that question.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm just pointing out that I told you at the beginning what the risk was, and I'm telling you now what the answer to your question is. You may not like that answer, but that is the answer, and I've been very clear in this hearing what it is. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, then I'm going to do my part now. Okay? All right. We have had a revocation hearing, and the evidence is closed in 23 SR 0466, which has 195 days remaining. We also have on the table 23 SR 1398, which is consecutive theft by taking. That has 365 days. We also have consecutive 24 SR 1606, which is false report of a crime, which I find is relevant to this issue, which also has 365 days in it. So I have 365, 365, and 195 across all 3 cases. Assistant Director Rich, am I mistaken on any of that?
We only have a revocation for the first case, 23 SR 0466. So I was incorrect earlier. She does have those extra cases, but we only filed for the first case.
I want you to file petitions on the other 2 cases immediately and schedule them for hearings. The evidence today will be considered as evidence in those 2 cases, and I will make independent decisions on those 2 cases on that day. Okay, then here we are on 23 SR 466. Ms. McCord, you need to know that when Director Matthews pitched this plan to me to support the Promise Place, which has relationships with every court in the Spalding County system to assist victims of domestic violence who are seeking escape from the cycle of abuse, you should know that I initially said no. The idea of utilizing funds and items to offset community service work scared me, because this is the scenario that kept me up at night. And Mr. Shepard articulated it exactly what I was up here thinking. 2 things happen. Number 1, someone turns in something that they should not, and I don't care if they're doing it on purpose or by accident. It's their responsibility to do it accurately. We pass it along and give them credit, and then some mom who is living in the Promise Place takes it to Walmart, tries to buy groceries, and finds out that they cannot buy those groceries, or the Promise Place can't use it. And suddenly we've got to backtrack this thing all the way through, when in reality, I could have just ordered that you do the community service work of 17 hours. So I'm just letting you know that you have literally stepped into the scenario that has kept me up at night since the start of this program, and why I have been dragged kicking and screaming into this program going, I don't know, I'm not sure. Because somebody eventually was going to do this, and then they were going to come in and they were going to sit in your seat and go, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? Because that's always how these hearings go. I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know how this was supposed to work? Like literally everything you said today was everything I've been expecting to hear at this hearing with somebody in that seat for that. And that's the scenario, because either I extend you grace and then anyone can turn in whatever they want, and they can turn it in and go, I didn't know, I wasn't sure, I didn't understand. And I'm supposed to go, oh, okay, all is forgiven. But now I've got a mess. I've got an unpurchased gift card. I've got Promise Place getting credit for stuff that giving us credit for stuff they don't have. And so I just need you to know that whether you like it or not, you are 100% responsible for everything you do while you're on probation. And this whole thing of like, you don't understand how gift cards work, there are gift card kiosks in every single conceivable store in America. Everywhere I go, there are gift card kiosks in every gas station, in every grocery store. So this idea that you sent money to your cousin who bought this, who then gave this to you, who gave you this number, who you didn't check, is utterly meritless to me. You were responsible for what you did. You were responsible for turning in a false gift card. False. And I need to point out that one of your charges you plead to was giving a false statement for, number one, obstructing law enforcement officer, number two, stealing, and number three, making a false statement to law enforcement officers and ending up with a false statement charge. And so I'm just saying, like, I find nothing of what you said as credible. I find that if I do not respond in the strongest possible terms in this moment, that there will be no repercussions and no one, do not raise your hand at me. I made it very clear that when I started talking, I did not want your opinion on what I was about to say, and I do not want your opinion right now on what I'm about to say. If I had all three cases in front of me right now, I would revoke 2.5 years. If you had 7 years left, I would revoke all 7 years and I would never look back. And I need you to hear me say that because you are responsible for your decisions. You are responsible for your actions. And you need to slow down and pay attention because this is exactly what made me almost cancel the program. And the Promise Place relies heavily on this program. It's part of what they need from us to operate. And you are kicking the foundation of this program out by not doing what you're supposed to do. We send hundreds of things over to them every month. And every month I wait for you to surface. And that's the thing that scares me. I'm revoking every bit of what I have available to me, which is 195 days. I'm directing sentence enforcement to file petitions on the other two. Do not interrupt me. I'm directing sentence enforcement to file petitions. The evidence given in this case will be converted into a transcript. You may take her into custody, Cersei. The evidence in this case will be used in that one, and we will have a whole nother hearing on that one, utilizing this, and we're going from there. I'm giving back your exhibit. Please keep that. We'll need it at the next hearing. Ms. McCord, I gave you every opportunity to convince me otherwise. No, stop. I gave you every opportunity to convince me otherwise. I asked you repeatedly, did you have anything else to add? And then I told you before I did my ruling that when I started talking, you were not going to have a say. And you asked me, would you be able to ask a question after I finished? And I said no. So no. Cersei, take her out, please. Thank you. All right. Let's take a 5-minute break. Okay. All right. Well, Ms. McCord, come on up to the podium. Ms. McCord, I'm not going to place you back under oath. I am instead going to remind you that this is a continuation of the hearing we had last Thursday where you were placed under oath. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at that hearing, I found that you gave false information to the Sentence Enforcement Office, which is felony. And I found that false information was that you gave gift cards for our donation program to the Promise Place that were not actually activated. I'm just summarizing a quick version of it, which was your defense was that you had asked your cousin to do it, and that your cousin obviously did something they weren't supposed to do. But my position was your cousin's not on probation. Your cousin's not the one who got the credit for the hours, the time, and the money. And frankly, you are not you, but the scenario you created was the scenario that kept me up at night, terrified that somebody was going to bring this program that is in its infancy coming down all around us. Because by giving us that card, sentence enforcement, if they turn that into the Promise Place, the Promise Place gives it to a mom who's living there or a wife who's living there. They take it to Walmart, they put their groceries in the cart, they hand them that gift card. It's no good. And now you got an already traumatized mom living at the Promise Place, standing in the middle of Walmart with no money, no resources, and no gift card. And so I felt like the court had no choice but to show a very stern response so that this never happens again. And I said that I would take all of the time available to me. You had 3 cases, and so I directed sentence enforcement to bring you back here. Okay, that's my summary of it. You're still under oath from the last hearing, as this is a continuation of that hearing. Do you have anything else you wish to stay or put on the record or anything before we step into this last phase of what we're going to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, floor is yours. Yeah, pull it over close to you.
I'm sorry.
Make certain to lean into the mic and get good and loud.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. What I do want to add, from last week, I mean, like, you are right. I mean, like you said, my cousin's not on probation. I am, and I do see where I'm wrong for trusting a third party to handle my business while I was handling the stuff with my father. Um, I know you said, like you said, if you could revoke all my time, you would, but I honestly pray to God that you don't, due to the fact, just from this situation since the past week, I've sat down and learned my lesson. I know it was just a week, but mentally, I've already been trying to become better handling my business. That's the reason I showed up to court, because I know how things are and I'm trying to do the right thing. Which is why when I did get my cousin to get the gift card, I also had a money order payment that I turned in. Like I said, I just started work a month before the fact, a month and a half at the most, and I've been working trying to collect as much as I can to pay this off, because that's all I have. I mean, and since it's in this past week, I already missed a week of work. I've been having to have my kids with people who I'm not even knowing where my kids are. I've been calling on my hour of free time, trying to check on my kids. It's just been a big hassle. And I also want to add that I do apologize. I do see where I was wrong. In the past week, since I've been in jail, incarcerated, I already have mentally been learning my lesson as well as physically. My first day in there, which is nobody's fault in here, but getting called racial slurs and just all type of stuff that I did not expect from jail, which definitely has taught me a lesson, because no matter what type of probation and stuff I'm on, I am a good-hearted person, and I am trying to do better for myself and for my family, because I'm all my kids got. I'm all my father got. He's 3 hours away from me, so I've been trying to contact him. I don't even know if he's okay. I've been helping him with dialysis before I came here, so it's just been a lot on me. But like I said, I just really been praying for the best, because I mean, I can fix everything. The mistake with this gift card, I can pay that off. I can replace it. I can do what I need to do. And I also know that this month I owed my restitution, which I was planning on paying that too. Um, so I'm not sure like how it works, but I am willing to fix everything if I can. I mean, I have sat down a week in jail, but I mean, as far as this case, as far as like community service payments, I'm willing to fix everything as soon as I can or as soon as needed. But and I also once again do apologize.
Okay. Well, that is certainly different than your position last week. Your position last week was that it was your cousin's fault that you, hold on, we're going to do this back. We're going to do this one at a time. Okay. Your position last week was that this was your cousin's fault. Your position last week was that you did not even have the basic understanding of how gift card works for you to have double checked your cousin. And your position last week was that this was not your fault. You were willing to fix it, but I did not ever hear, and I have no memory of you saying that this was anything other than your cousin's fault. So I'm just pointing that out, that there is a little bit of difference here, but I also need to point out to you that this is my nightmare scenario. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You heard me say it last week when Director Matthews pitched this plan to me to assist Promise Place, who already has relationships with all the courts in Spalding County. I came along very reluctantly because you and this scenario you created were what was sitting on my mind as to what I was terrified would happen. So, and whether you did it on purpose, you did it. So, all right. Anything else you want me to know?
And I also do want to add that no matter how I came off last week, I do take responsibility since I am the one on probation. I just the reason I mentioned my cousin last week, I just wanted to let you know like it was not my intentions to do anything wrong to the system. Like I said, I know from this point forward to handle everything myself, even if I have to put what I got going on the back burner. Like I said, I really have learned my lesson. That's why this week I'm kind of coming off different because at first I was just kind of nervous. And I also know, like I said, I did trust my cousin, but now I have sat down and understand and process like, okay, it's still my responsibility at the end of the day.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That'll be all right now, Judge.
Ms. Shepherd, anything else?
Yeah, after the hearing last week, I think a little more information came to light. Ms. Matthews.
Yeah, I'd love to hear whatever you want to present. Everybody's under oath.
Okay. Ms. Matthews, after the hearing last week, was there some documentation that you found?
It was. The deputies brought me a pile of paperwork that Ms. McCord had.
That includes some receipts?
Yes.
What receipts were those?
There's 2 receipts for the United States Postal Service.
And what were those receipts for?
One of them is for a gift card purchased at 2:39 p.m. and the other one is for a money order purchased at 2:40 p.m. one moment later.
And Ms. McCord brought you the money order?
Yes.
And then she also brought you the gift card?
Correct.
And she had testified that her cousin bought the money order, correct?
The gift card.
The gift card, yeah. But the gift card and the money order were bought 1 minute apart?
That's correct.
At the post office?
Correct, right across the street from my office.
Do you have anything further to add on that?
Wait. Do that one more time, please.
Yeah, can we actually?
Yeah, I'd like to see them.
All right, I'm going to show you when I'm in the market. States, exhibits. 1. State, exhibit. 2. All right, do you recognize the documents?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
These are 2 receipts that were in with all of the packet of paperwork that Ms. McCord had in court last Thursday.
All right, and how did you come into possession of those?
Once she was arrested last week, one of the deputies brought me all of the paperwork and asked me if I wanted to hang on to it, and I told him that yes, I would put it in her file at the office.
And those are the actual receipts that they handed you. They're not copies of the actual real receipts?
Correct, yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to tender these as states 1 and 2.
Ms. McCord, the question on the table at this moment is whether you have any objection to me looking at those and trying to decide what to do with your last two cases. Do you have any objection to me looking at those and making my decision?
The only thing I can add was, I mean, like I said, I did have him pick those up, and I met him down here before going to the probation place. The reason that I did have him go ahead and buy those because, like I said, I didn't want to be late. I already was on my way from hours away, so when I did meet him here, it was just in time. I did get here in time, and
Okay. Well, just to be clear, I asked you a yes or no question, which was, do you have any objections to me looking at those? So I'm just going to take it as that was an objection, and it's tendered and admitted over a state's objection.
I don't know what that means.
I asked you a yes or no question. It was really straightforward. Do you have any objection to me looking at these or not?
I'm sorry, I don't know what objection.
I'm starting to have throwbacks to our last meeting where I ask you very simple, direct questions, and I get very roundabout answers. So I'm just letting you know that I'm frustrated. Okay, Mr. Shepard, you may continue.
So the date those were bought, that's the date Ms. McCord reported?
That's correct, and she testified that she purchased the money order and the cousin purchased the gift card, and so that's what caught my attention when I reviewed the receipts, how closely they were purchased together and how difficult that would be. Her testimony was also that she was rushing to the office, but she appeared in my office on the same day at 2:52, not long after those were purchased, and my office is open until 6 o'clock that day.
And she appeared about 10 minutes after those were purchased.
That's correct.
Across the street.
Yes, sir.
That's all the questions I have for Ms. Matthews.
You may ask Ms. Director Matthews any questions you may have.
Me?
Yes.
So
you're not making statements, you're asking questions.
Okay, just a second. I mean, I guess the only question, I don't have any questions.
Okay. Did y'all get a chance to see if this was the number for the gift card that was turned in for the Promise Place? It wouldn't have been this number because that one was not activated.
That's correct, Judge. So the activation slip that goes with that gift card in your hand is the activation slip that she turned in attached to the gift card. As far as I know, that was already admitted.
Okay.
Yes.
I just realized we got a little bit of an issue because this is a continuation of the hearing. I forgot that this was states one. So, and that's okay. I just did it too. So I'm going to take the receipt, Kathy, and I'm so sorry that's marked as states one. And I'm going to make the receipt states two. And I'm going to make the second receipt states three.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just had the same moment. So, and sure enough, here it is. So the receipt. So I am holding in my hand the gift card that was not activated and was turned in. And it does show a purchase date at the U.S. Postal Service of 2/39/01, and it has the last four on the card of 2512. This receipt also shows that it's a card numbered 2512 that was also purchased at the same day, same time. And you said she reported it to your office at what time?
2:52.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to ask her, Ms. McCord?
No, sir.
Okay.
No questions. But if I can speak again, I will.
I will give you that opportunity.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing further.
All right, state rest. Ms. McCord, it's your turn. You may speak or not speak, however you see fit. If you choose to remain silent, I will not hold it against you. If you choose to testify at this time, anything you say will be questioned by Mr. Shepard, and you'll be required to answer those questions. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. The floor is yours.
I'm sorry. Yes, the only thing I want to add is the reason that I was there 10 minutes after, because I asked my cousin to buy this for me earlier that day, sent him the money around noon. I could give or take a few minutes, I can say. After I don't know exactly what time, I guess based off the receipts, that's what time he bought it, but I got here. I know what time I got to Griffin was close to 3. I mean, that's just how the timing lined up. But and also, that's all for now because I applied for a public defender but he never showed up. But that's all.
Okay. Well, if you wanted that, you should have asked me before the hearing started.
It's
All
okay.
right, we're going to continue on this. Okay. Anything else, ma'am?
That's all, Judge.
Okay. All right. Mr. Shepherd, anything else before we close?
No.
Ms. McCord, you had me. I was moving in your direction when we started this hearing. But these exhibits that I am sitting here staring at directly and irrefutably contradict your testimony from last week. These things so clearly contradict your testimony from last week that I'm considering referring this transcript to the district attorney's office for prosecution for, I don't know, false statement or perjury or something. Because your testimony last week was that you weren't part of these transactions. Your cousin did these transactions. You had nothing to do with them. You were in a rush. You didn't understand how these things worked, and you didn't have any part of this. And yet I'm looking at a date that says that that these things were purchased at the same time, essentially within 1 minute of each other, and you were not in a hurry because that office was open till 6, and you were there just a few minutes later. So it wouldn't have taken anything at all for you to look at this and go, okay, is this right? Well, no, actually it's not, because these numbers don't match. So, again, you said the right words when we started, but now I'm looking at the fact that, you lied. You lied, and then you lied again, and then the only reason I have the truth is because you had the truth in your pocket during the hearing. You had your truth in the pocket during your hearing, and you hid it. So I'm revoking the balance of everything. So we're done. You can take her. She has 30 days to appeal this decision. I'm not hearing anything else in this. We did this last week. You can take her. Thank you so much.
May I ask a question?
No. You do not want to engage with me right now.
Okay, well, I certainly didn't believe her story about, I was in such a hurry, I wasn't able to even look at the numbers to make sure they were correct. Well, that still wouldn't stop you from coming up with the card that actually had the $170 on it. The only reason you can't come up with that card is because you never did put $170 on it, or you did and you spent it already. So there's no way you could come up with the card because it was already spent and they already kept it at the cash register, right? So the other thing that bugged me about her testimony was that why didn't she just bring her cousin in and let him tell the truth under oath of what happened? She couldn't do that because her cousin wasn't even involved. There is no cousin. She did it all on her own, and that's pretty much, shown in the 1 minute increment of purchasing the gift card, supposed gift card, and purchasing the money order. So I think she cooked her goose. And what my husband said was, at least she'll be used to the routine. She'll get used to the routine, and by the time she's let go, she'll be very used to the routine. I think, what did they say, 260 days or something like that? So she's got some time to figure it all out, all on her own. And also, the whole reason that she's gotten the probation was because she lied to the police and she was stealing. She was there for theft and lying to the police. So, do you really think she's going to tell the truth to the judge and not steal the gift cards in the first place? I mean, really, it's her MO. So yeah, she gets to get used to the routine. Good luck to her. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you another time.